Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you what 30 plants in one meal looks like. We've been told and research suggests that we should aim for at least 30 plants per week, different plants. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like to have 30 plants in one meal. Now that sounds like a massive number, probably is. You don't need to hit 30 plants in one meal, but I just want to show you how easy it is to incorporate and hopefully inspire you and give you ideas on how to up your plant game in every meal where possible. And for this recipe, I am going to make fried rice. So it's a super comforting meal. It's not going to be drenched in oil. It's going to be fried rice that is wholesome nutrition, high in fiber, high in protein, and just all around wholesome and healthy. Before we get started with the recipe, I want to quickly introduce myself. I am Miral and this is my channel. I share healthy plant-based recipes, a lot of nutrition tips, self-development content, vlogs, and all around wellness kind of content. So make sure to keep the energy flowing by subscribing to my channel. All right, let's get started. Okay, first up, we're gonna heat our avocado oil and we're gonna saute our onion until translucent. And we are then going to add garlic and ginger, saute it for a few minutes. And then we're gonna start with our veggies. Honestly, I've used a tablespoon or two of avocado oil. Really don't need much more than that because a lot of the vegetables will also release some liquid. And also we're gonna add our sauce later, and then you can also add a bit of water every once in a while whenever you feel like it's drying out. So I've added my mushrooms. My mushrooms do release a lot of liquid itself, so I've sauteed that for several minutes. Then I added my broccoli and I added mixed red, green, and orange and yellow capsicum, and then I also added zucchini, and then I added carrots, and then I added some green peas. I'm using frozen green peas. So just a fun fact, green peas are actually a legume, not a vegetable, so also a good source of protein. And then I added some green beans, which are also a legume, good source of protein. I added bok choy and also purple cabbage. The purple cabbage and the bok choy are part of the cruciferous vegetable family, which are a superfood. It's recommended that we actually consume them daily. We're adding our edamame, again, a great source of plant protein. I'm gonna allow this to cook for a while, mixing every once in a while, and then in the meantime I am just going to prepare my sauce. I'm using coconut aminos. So coconut aminos is an alternative to soy sauce, but you can certainly use low sodium soy sauce or you can use tamari. I'm using coconut aminos. It's a healthier substitute. It has about 70% less sodium than soy sauce, and it's salty and sweet, so it's a really lovely ingredient. And then I'm also adding in vegetable stock. So I'm using vegetable stock paste, which is homemade. I'm gonna link the recipe. I absolutely love that recipe. Alternatively, you can use vegetable stock cube. Also using a sweetener, you can use maple syrup, you can use date syrup, and then also apple cider vinegar, which is also such a great ingredient, super healthy. I'm also adding some spices. So there is turmeric and curry powder. Spices are a plant, so each one is actually considered as a plant. One tip to bump up your plants consumption per week to achieve the 30 plants in 1 week, you can always add your spices. Okay, and then mix it. And then I have also added some water to the sauce because it's quite thick. So back to our wok or our pot. For the rice, of course, you can use brown rice, which is a whole grain. I'm using white rice because I have some leftover white rice. But if you wanna use a healthier ingredient in terms of fiber and more nutrients intact, then you can certainly use brown rice instead. But I've actually also made it with burghul or bulgur, which is depending on in the Arabic version or English version. That is also lower in calories and it's a whole grain, and I think it's super delicious whole grain as a great rice substitute. So ideally for fried rice, you should always use leftover rice, and that's the recommended way of making fried rice. So I added that in, and then I added my sauce. So here, you're just really heating the rice, and your vegetables should already be pretty much cooked. What you're really doing here is just allowing it to heat and cook together so that all the ingredients can soak up the flavor. What could happen is that it might get a little bit dry, so you don't want to cook it on high temperature where all the liquid is kind of evaporating. You want to just cook it on medium to low and give it some time. Like, don't rush this process, and add some water along the way if you feel like it needs it. We have added coconut aminos, and we have also added our vegetable stock paste, both of which have salt in it. So at some point when it's nicely cooked, you can taste it and then see if you need to add salt or not. That will be up to you. And then I'm gonna add some cashews and some sesame seeds, and you can also add some black seeds, nigella, in here as well. And so we've got some nuts and seeds. And then I'm adding mixed herbs. So that's chives, parsley, coriander. That's it. We have reached 30 plants in one meal in a really super simple way. You don't need to hit 30 plants in one meal, but you do want to at least hit 30 or even 40 different plants a week. So remember, make sure that you are incorporating throughout the week different plants and different categories, and also different colors. As the saying goes, make sure to eat the rainbow. Absolutely, because all the different food categories have different nutritional benefits, and also all the different food colors have different nutritional benefits and different health benefits. Vegetables, fruits we've included. So with our vegetables, we've got plenty of vegetables, and then we've got our whole grain legume family. Also, you want to incorporate nuts and seeds with our cashew and black seeds and sesame seeds, also herbs and also spices. So we've literally hit all the different food categories as far as I recall. I hope I've not forgotten anything out. And in terms of color, we've incorporated as many colors as possible. If you're eating the same fruits or the same vegetable every single day of the week, then it's great. Like, the fact that you're eating fruits and vegetables already is an achievement, so great. And if that's all you are able to eat, then great. But I think to level up is to really try to incorporate different food categories and different colors. Obviously, you don't have to think about it too much, just organically try to incorporate. The more diverse our food is, the better it is for our gut health, the better it is for supporting and growing the good bacteria in our gut microbiome. It's fueled with fiber and nutrients, antioxidants, and all that good stuff. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you found it useful, please make sure to keep the energy flowing by subscribing to my channel so you can help me reach more people with my content. I post daily healthy recipes and so much other wellness kind of content. If you want to upgrade yourself to your 2.0 version, get healthier, happier, then make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.